Step in the box, baseball fans. Welcome back to another episode of Batter Up with Brett and John. What's up, John?
Oh, I am doing well, Brett. Happy Saturday, first Saturday in November. Daylight savings time ends today. Kind of a downer, but we're a few days tardy on this live stream. I had some stuff going on Thursday night, and then you were kind of busy setting up for a card show last night, so you just went to a card show. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. We'll do a live stream right after your card show. So I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm awesome. I got home, turned on Striker, ripped a case of update hangers, fell asleep for a good half an hour or so. So I feel good, man. And I'm worn out from the show. I'm sure some people are going to tune in from the show. I was telling them about that we're going to go live tonight. And the show was good. There was a good, steady stream of people. I wasn't sure what this month was going to be like, but there was a lot of people there. I sold a lot of small stuff as usual. And it was encouraging to see so many people. There was a lot of people. I'm interested to see the official number. He puts out it's $1 to get in the show at Oak Creek, Wisconsin. And
Okay.
each month he puts out the attendance. And the last 3 months has been very similar. And I have a feeling the attendance was up this month because it was a really good show overall.
That's good to see. Good to see. What's up, Tony, Alex? Oops, hitting too many buttons here.
We got dollar box bangers in there.
Dollar box bangers and Lucky Peter.
Lucky Peter card collector, baby.
What's up, everybody? I think I just screwed up my screen. Like, it's really dim. I don't know if I hit like the wrong button.
There you go. He's
it
back
goes
in
black
action,
on
baby.
me. Apologies, guys. I'm hitting too many buttons. I've got the Kings game up over on the screen to my left. Tie game with 2 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Trying to see if De'Aaron Fox, first game back after a minor injury, see if he can close this one out. They're playing the Magic, so they should win, but who knows? Kings are so bad.
I just watched Michigan State take down the Illini just right before we came in. I saw the tail end of that. Got one of my students in here stepping in the box.
That's
my
cool.
mom and dad.
Which student is that? Alex or?
Yeah, we got Alex in the house.
And Joe.
Eddie.
That's cool.
Dad, Joe and Joan. But
so what do you want to talk about first? What's the first?
Let me talk about the card show. Like just a little recap here.
Okay.
You know, I think everybody gets glorified with the slabs. Okay. And I pretty much sold all my high dollar slabs on consignment. And I had tons of inserts, singles, and I think I showed you those Christian Javier autographs that I pulled out the other night. So I put them on my display case. That Christian Javier, those cards were the highest dollar amount cards I sold today. I sold both autos together with the orange Ben Baller for $110. So those cards went from being, I don't know, $5 to $10 cards, and I'm like, I'm just going to sell them. I could have got a little more, but I had one dude who came up, and sometimes your first offer is your best offer, and you take it. And I did.
Yeah.
And I sold, dude, I had 5 or 6 guys come up to my table, and I had that one row of update of base and those inserts, and they picked through it, and I sold a lot of that stuff. And again, the little stuff is what sells. It might not make you a ton of money, but it gets you money back. And you were watching Striker too.
Yeah.
And so he spent $800 on a hanger case.
Is that what he spent on it? He got it for
$800. You should be able to complete 8 to 9 complete sets of base with a case of hangers. Typically. Yeah. Now, there might be some anomalies, but if he turns a Burns and would sort those out and sell those complete sets, those are going about $50 to $60 right now per set. So he could get half his money back if he just really did the work right now. I think people need to realize that everybody's glorified with the high dollar cards, and it's the lower dollar stuff that sells consistently.
Yeah. I watched the tail end of that. I was finishing up a home project, and you sent me that message saying he was opening. So I watched the tail end of it and then watched kind of the recap. My general takeaway is what did you expect, right? You got a super short print. You got your full allocation of short prints. The super short print was C.J. Abrams, not too bad. You got one Julio parallel, one Bobby Witt parallel. What'd you expect? Yeah, we all know that you're going to get your full allocation of like the icy greens, icy oranges, icy reds. They're not all going to be rookies. There's no way. There's a 330 card checklist. There's 62 rookies. You had a 1 in 5 chance, roughly, to pull rookies, and you probably break it down. He did about that good. You grade the C.J. Abrams. You grade the Bobby Witt Gold. The Julio didn't look too terribly centered, but you grade those and nickel and dime the rest, and you do all right. So I don't know. I didn't think it was that bad. I thought the hit rate was about right.
Yeah, it always sucks when you're open those up, and a few of those really good ones are not even rookies too. He was getting a lot of veterans, which is a bummer. But
case breaks. Chris C almost went to a card show today. They only take cash. I almost went to a card show today, but they only take cash, no cards. Okay. Striker,
yeah,
Striker. And hey, I guess how's your day, Coach? Is that Coach?
Yep. Good, man. Card show. That would be a good video to do. Must have to go to card shows. Guys, cash is king. People are trying to get away from the taking the cards for sure. I know some people do Venmo and PayPal and all that stuff, but cash is king at card shows. I'll tell you that.
Sorry if I'm distracted. Yeah. There's like 40
It's all good.
Game.
And then I was telling a bunch of people, there was a lot of new timers at the show today, but the Chicagoland Sports Spectacular is coming up in Rosemont, and it has notoriously been the biggest card show in the Chicagoland area year in, year out. This November show. It's big. I'm not going to promise this, but I would put my money that Card Collector 2 probably shows up, because he seems to show up at that show every year. There'll be some other social media influencers that show up, and it's a big room. It's in the same location as the National. Won't be as big as the National, but it's a good show. So if you're in the area, it's good. Eddie says he's gonna go try to go Friday night. I'm gonna go Saturday for sure. So told people we should do a step in the box meetup at the show on Saturday.
Yeah, you should be doing like parking lot or a card show rip or something. Meet up with them and have like a group break. Overtime in that game, by the way. I know I'm distracted right now, but overtime in the game.
I should wheel in some Bowman. Dollar.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do. By the way, we're doing a Bowman box battle. I got my box picked out. He's got his picked out. Let's see how we do. My record against Brett stinks. I would be striker if we were playing a game. I would play striker. He would play Brett. You were referenced, by the way, multiple times in his video today. You probably caught on to that. He's like, I'm sure if Brett right now, he probably pulled 3 Julio Golds by now.
I was half asleep and I heard my name and I'm like, wait a second.
He was shouting you out. He's like, oh yeah, if Brett was doing this, it would be money. That just means that the half a case I bought and the half a case you bought from Card Giants is probably better than what he opened, or hopefully just as good. I would have been happy with that. I would have been happy with the super short print out of a case. Although I think he paid a little bit more of a price point than we probably paid, because he paid $800 for a case of 64, and I think we paid like $10.50 a box with the discount and free shipping. So that makes a difference.
It does make a difference. Yeah, he's at $12.50 a box. Dollar Box Banger Sports Cards has a question here.
Oh, I'll highlight on that. Yep. Did you have a lot of guys looking to trade or mainly buy? Yep.
I had a lot of people come trying to sell and trade, and I'm just going to be honest here. A lot of stuff that's coming up for sale and trade is crap. Like seriously, I told the one guy, dude, these are eBay cards. You're just
Yeah. Some people are just so reluctant to move on from cards. The card, the Midwest Monster was the last card show I went to. I saw this guy come up to this other dealer, and I think I've mentioned this in a past live stream, but he came up. I don't remember what card he had. He's like, "Hey, are you buying?" And he was going from table to table. I could see him, I could see him going from table to table, just trying to pawn that card off. And he's like, "Yeah, are you interested?" And the guy looked at it. He's like, I think he said, "I'll give you $250 on it," and it's $250, I think. But it was a decent card. I don't remember what the card was. And he's like, "I got offers of 1,000." And the guy's like, "Well, then you should take it." He's like, "Because there's no dealer in the floor here that's going to offer you $1,000." He's like, "You should have taken that already." So there's plenty of that goes on at a card show. Like, what do you think? The dealers are the dealers for a reason. They've done this a while. They might be new, but it's not their first rodeo in sales. They're not idiots. So, yeah.
Yeah, I did have one guy who brought up a Todd Gurley 101 gold vinyl that looks so nasty. And I'm like, I'm not interested in Todd Gurley. This card would have been awesome back in the day. But another guy overheard us, and he's like, "Wait a sec, I think I might have a guy for this." Took a picture, and he sent it off and said, "Hey, contact me," because I guess this guy is a Todd Gurley power collector, and he is looking for every one-on-one Todd Gurley. So
that's cool.
I guess if you shop around at card shows, you got a chance to, you got a chance, but it's crazy.
Lucky Peter wants to know, where are we from? So I'm from the Indianapolis area. I live just outside of Indianapolis. Brett?
I'm in Illinois. I'm in Illinois, the suburbs of Chicago. The best way to describe it is halfway between Chicago and Milwaukee. So
I'm halfway between Indianapolis and Muncie. That's probably the easiest way to describe it too.
Got some Midwest boys in here.
So if you're a Ball State fan, that's 40 miles from my house. If you're a Butler fan, that's 25 miles from my house. So
how about we move to some update series like our initial takes? What do you got on
update? Okay, we've beat this card show vibe to the ground, and we got some good card show examples coming up. That's Sports Spectacular would be awesome. Yeah, I agree. 2022 Bowman's still the best product of the year. BJ's, yeah, we'll cover that here. I don't think BJ's dropped the hangers yet. I don't think they did. I think they pulled them from the website, and I haven't seen anything. I've been checking at least twice a day, probably more, trying to see if I'm interested in maybe another 30 hangers. For me, I consider this sort of a last hurrah. I'm going to go dormant as far as buying cards for a while after update and update Chrome, and I think I'm just going to chill out for a while. And I didn't buy any Bowman Chrome last year, so I don't feel like I'm missing out if I don't get it. I know it's a popular product, but I wouldn't feel like I'm missing out if I don't get Bowman Chrome. So to me, update Chrome is pretty much it for, like, I'm going to guess probably 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, I'm similar to you. I'm not kidding. I'm Series 1, we've talked about it a little bit off the air. Series 1 was bad this year, and I don't know how much I'm going to buy at Series 1 next year. So in terms of the channel, this is the kind of stuff I might be opening, That's why I bought it and loaded up on it. And I think Topps Chrome Update is going to be, dude, if those boxes are $65, there's no way I'm going to buy those. There's just no way. I mean, you can't tell me that those are better than Logo Fractor, and those were $50.
That's a great point. I think the print run on the Target exclusive, and they'll probably show up at Barnes & Noble too, I don't know if BJ's has the same contract. They'd never show up at BJ's. Let's be real about that. So you'll probably have them be at Barnes and Noble and Target. Last year, I think we calculated they printed, gosh, based on like the odds, it was in the hundreds of thousands of boxes. I think it was like 300,000 to 500,000 boxes. It took a long time to sell all that out. At 60, I'm guessing they're going to be $59.99, which would be the same as what the Platinum Anniversary boxes were. Very similar to Topps Chrome. I think Topps Chrome is a little more expensive, but that could have been just a Walmart thing as far as the mega box. But I think you're going to see a similar price point for about 40 cards. And I would love to, but I have a feeling of the two, they printed less of the flagship than they did the update Chrome mega boxes. Now, with all that being said, I might still buy a few. And if the Sapphire boxes are on Target, I might get a couple of those.
Yeah, the Sapphire I would get. It's funny is last year, I think I opened like 5 update blasters, and I did a video, and that was one of my best videos last year in terms of viewership. I think I titled it, "I opened these so you don't have to," and that got a lot of views because people just weren't paying for it.
Yeah, that was a mediocre product based on the checklist, even a year removed from it. It was very average. I got a couple of those sitting in the safe sealed, so I didn't buy a lot of it. I bought a little bit. I think I opened like 4 or 5, and maybe I have 3 to 5 left, something like that. But yeah, update. I know we're kind of getting off track here. General thoughts on update. A lot of videos with kind of polarizing takes on update. Some people are like, Topps has printed this like crazy and it's junk wax, and I think people that make videos like that are just clickbait. I don't view it as junk wax because they printed the same amount as last year, and last year was a way worse product. And then they did kind of muck up the Julio and Bobby Witt rookie cards. The fact that we have so many different choices of parallels and variations of the short prints and the logo fractor short prints and the paper version of the short prints, and now update short print, and it's just confusing everybody what the actual card is that you're supposed to have as far as the rookie card. If you're a Julio collector and he's a great player, it's still going to be a collectible card in the long run. Will it be a Mike Trout 2011 update? No. But it's not going to be the worst thing ever either. And if all of us who are in the hobby are in it to stay in it, the biggest thing we should be doing is not downplaying how much product there is. Now, granted, I'm going to talk out of both sides of my mouth here. We shouldn't be downplaying how much product is printed if it's printed the same year over year, and it's still a lot less than Series 1. However, we should also be trying to that's probably bad, encourage other people to join the fun of the hobby and stay in it just because it's a hobby. And the rest will take care of itself if both sides, collectors and manufacturers kind of find the right balance there. So I don't know. What are your thoughts?
I really like this product with the rookie class. It seems like the needle's moving forward on hobby. It looked like the needle came back on price, and now it's going back up again really quickly because everybody's seeing how good a product it is. And I opened the 5 blaster boxes and 9 hanger boxes, and all 3 blasters had a gold in them. There was all 5 had a hit in them. All the hangers had hits in them for the most part. The short print came out, the 1 in 9, like it said, and I like it, and I'm gonna open up some more of it.
I'm going to open the 32 hanger boxes I got so far. I'm going to enjoy the heck out of them. Like I said, I'm going to view this as my last hurrah of opening product and buying product for a while. And I'm okay with that.
You know, here's my tip. Here's my tip to the guys out there who might be on a tight budget and don't have the luxury of opening a lot. Maybe on a Friday, go buy a couple hangers if you see them. Maybe you go buy one blaster box, put it on the shelf. The next week, the next Friday, you know, spend the 20 and get over the next couple months. If you see them, maybe get one a week. Put away 8 to 10 blaster boxes. Keep them put away, and don't open them yet, and see what happens. I feel like you're not going to lose money in the short term, and down the road, it could become another iconic set, especially if Julio becomes a 40-40 guy. If Julio becomes a 40-40 guy, watch out. And then you have Bobby Witt Jr., who's an amazing player and a speedster. This is a good product right off the bat.
Yeah, so, I mean, my first thought on it was printed less than Series 2 this year, and Series 2 was printed about half of Series 1, and I thought, well, that's very encouraging considering where they could have gone with this product, which was to hold off and not release these guys because they were trying to do another Series 1 on us. That would not have been good. That would have been so bad. So I'm pleased to see that. I'll take give me Coca-Cola packs. Yeah. Opening fun.
Here's another take that I have on the
what do we think?
There's a lot of
Go ahead, sorry.
There's a lot of COVID collectors that are in here who came in, like got back into it with COVID. They're not used to seeing the shelves completely full of stuff.
I know, it's an unsettling feeling. You go to the store and you're like, is this bad? Like and you're like,
people got to keep in mind. I made a post this morning. I had a 3-year feed come up, and I had 80 Chrome update boxes from 2019. Dude, I could walk into the Target and find those like they were nothing. Nobody was buying them. They were sitting on the shelves. I opened up 100 of them total. That was common. And people are like now when you see products, like, oh my God, I can't believe I see it. And I understand the print run that they're making a lot of it. Like Series 1, they made a lot of it. But it'll never be what the junk era, the real junk era was, where they just printed and printed and printed.
I totally agree because I grew up in that era. You know, I'm 45, so I was around during the heyday of the junk wax era. I was a collector back then. Between 86 and 91, I think, I was, you know, that was my popular time. Bo Jackson and Barry Bonds and Mark McGuire and Jose Canseco, all great guys that I grew up kind of idolizing. I don't think we have junk wax upon us because yes, serial numbered cards, sure, that's sort of manufactured scarcity. But those Donruss 89 packs or the top, they were all base cards, all of them base cards. At least we have something that is a little bit of variance, and there's autos in there. It's sort of manufactured scarcity, but still, that's a lot better than where junk wax era was, which was just literally print stuff, put it in a box, and sell it. So, yeah, we're not there. It's printed a lot more than it was, but if there's a lot more people in the hobby, then it needs to be printed to that level to have enough around for people to grab. So I don't know. What do you think about the image variations in update?
Man, I think they look amazing. I love the water bath. Julio kind of reminds me of the 18 update of Juan Soto. That's a great one. The home field advantage cards are great. There's a lot of good looking cards in that set.
Yeah, a lot of good, interesting pulls, whether it be the super short print list or the home field advantage cards, or you can still get decent autos in there. They're hard to come by, but I'm I'm salivating to open hangers whenever they arrive. They should be here like today, or they should be here tomorrow or Monday.
So the one last thing I have about update is the ultra short prints. There's no odds on the retail, so they might not be in retail. They might only be hobby. But I saw a Ronald Acuna Jr. ultra short print that had a weird looking.
The mascot head.
Yeah, the mascot head. They're in there again this year.
Yeah.
And dude, go look at the sale price. If you guys are watching right now, pull up eBay, type in 2022 Topps Update Series Ultra Short Print, sort by highest priced. You'll see a couple of those cards, and man, they look weird, but I saw another one on Facebook today. Somebody had posted. I forgot who. It was a Cardinal, but I don't remember which one. And I mean, that was the first time seeing those in the last couple of days. So
yeah, I think there was a Wander version of that in Series 1. That was probably even harder to hit. So I still have 2 jumbos upstairs that I'm sitting on. I don't know what to do with them. I thought about opening one and sitting on one. But then I had the hanger boxes come in, and I thought, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll just open the hangers and like leave the jumbos till much, much later. See what happens. But I don't know. I bet I could pull I'm not saying I could, but maybe I'll have a good chance of pulling something crazy out of those 2 jumbos. You never know.
Yeah, dude, I've been watching lots of jumbo case break recaps, and man, there's a lot of nice cards coming out of there. A lot of nice cards. So the one other thing I had on the hobby news update this week, it's old news, but it's news. PSA came out, $15 grading if you sub 10 or more cards. So they're dropping the prices. And John, here you go. You're gonna like this. I shipped cards out last week, and PSA got them on October 28th. I'm sorry, they arrived there on October 26th. They logged in their system on the 28th. There's this process where even though they get them, they still aren't in the system. So then they log them into your account. You get an email. So in 2 days, they got that. Back in the day, dude, during the heyday, it was taking a couple months just to get them to log in because they were sitting in the warehouse in the backlog. And then they go into research and development. They went in there the next day, and then a couple days later, they're already in the grading process. That's how quick. I have a feeling that this order is going to be less than 40 days. They didn't get as many cards, and the price is coming down, and people aren't subbing as many cards, and it's great to see. So if you have some cards that you need to get graded, man, for $15 right now.
Yeah.
And here's another pro tip of PSA. So the max declared value is $199.
Yeah.
And I don't care if a card is selling for more than that. I'm gonna assume it's gonna get a 9. And so I just put in there that it's worth $199 in the thing. And then if it gets a 10 and they upcharge me and it's worth $500, I'm like, yes, please upcharge me the $10, right?
Yeah, because it's going to pay for itself, right?
Exactly.
It's not a bad in that regard. It's like, okay, fine, you charge 25 or 30 or whatever. You're still doing all right if it's a 10. So,
I mean, if you're getting a card that's worth $300 and $400, an extra 10 to grade it is great. But there's no reason to willingly pay 30 instead of 15. There just isn't. So that was my news on PSA.
The magic will not go away in this game. They're feisty. This game is 121 to 119 with 14 seconds to go in overtime, and they keep playing free throw trade of 2. It's like they're not going away. Just die already. Come on. Just give the Kings a win. Fox played great tonight, so he deserves it.
The PSA. Here's my other news. I didn't tell you about this one, but
yeah,
as a NASCAR fan, I know it's not necessarily the card hobby, but as a NASCAR fan, last Sunday, when Ross Chastain needed to pick up 2 positions at Martinsville short track in the last half lap, and he just had the cojones, the balls, to jam the pedal and go full speed and ride the wall around the track. He was going, I don't know if there's many NASCAR fans out there and they even understand Martinsville. Like these guys are going about 70 to 75 around the corners. It's like a paperclip track. He
Mm-hmm.
was going 140 miles an hour against the wall. He was going twice as fast as the guys on the inside. And I am not a Joey Logano fan, but I heard his in-car audio and he's like laughing like a schoolboy. And he goes, "What the hell is going on out there?" And he was like, "My God, it was so good." If you guys haven't seen that clip, you got to go watch that because it's one of the all-time moments of NASCAR history. And there's a lot of good moments, but it was awesome.
I got to check that out. Say, Miguel has a great point here. He saw Bowman Cellos at Lids. I bet if we check our Lids at the mall, I know they mark the prices higher, but I'm going to guess if you want to update hanger boxes, that would be a great place to check. But I don't think they're going to be $11.99 or $12.99. I'm going to guess they're going to be $14. That would be my guess. If they were $11.99 though, and they were at your Lids, they usually had a good quantity in stock, and not many people go there. So great point, Miguel. We should definitely check Lids. And Merlin Blasters, I did not know that you could find those at Lids, because I think we all like to check our Targets and Myers and Walmart. But Topps has a contract with Lids, and yeah, worth checking, definitely.
JNY Cards has a good question here. What's the main difference? Pull that up on the screen. It said, what's the main difference between regular Bowman and Bowman Chrome? So Bowman Chrome is like a later in the year release.
Yep.
And it has the rookie class. So it has rookies. It'll have the Julio. It'll have the Bobby Witt. So there'll be Chrome rookies in there as well. And then they also have some new Bowman First and colors and autos of other minor leaguers that weren't in regular Bowman.
What a game! Sorry.
It's game over.
Oh my God. The Kings almost just blew it, right? It's one. Sorry. I got to recap this. Okay, so Kings were up 4. They made their 2 free throws. 14 seconds left, right? Magic go down. They're down 4. They score, right? So they're down 2. Kings inbound the ball. Fox has it, passes it. They tried to foul Fox, but he passed it before he got fouled. They didn't call it foul. I think it was Sabonis. Grabbed it. It went off his hands. The Magic player got it, scored. Then it's tied, right? They inbound the ball. Fox pulls up like Steph Curry range, almost just inside half court, and threes for the victory as the buzzer goes off.
No way.
126,
awesome.
123. So that was a really good finish. Sorry, I could focus.
It's all good.
Sorry about that. I'm gonna turn it off.
That was the one thing. I actually forgot that I was thinking the World Series game was tomorrow night, but it's tonight. Game 6.
Is it tomorrow night or tonight?
I think, is it tonight?
Everybody's probably bored with all my not
7:30 on Fox. I think it's tonight.
Sorry, I distracted you when JNY, you were answering JNY cards.
That's all right.
So yeah, I think you answered that one though, right?
Yeah, I think I snuck it in.
Okay. Apologies for my my lack of focus. I should have turned the game off and I didn't, because I was down here watching it with the lights off. And then I was like, oh, this is going to be amazing. I'll do it while we're doing the live. Bad idea. All I can see is the screen, and it's like a 10-foot screen, and it's it's great. So
yeah, I have a hard enough time paying attention. I'm glad I'm in my office where there's no TV in here, but I get distracted by the boxes behind me. It's like, ooh, let's open them.
Yeah. So other topics we were going to touch on, we covered the PSA $15 thing and the turn times. We covered update. We covered the card show vibes of late. One other topic I wanted to touch on, and I think many people had a video about it yesterday, but Panini seems to maybe put a specific serial number on a box that guarantees a hit. I was actually by my LCS yesterday with a friend, and I brought that up, and he actually said his exact words were, I told Panini about that 5 years ago and told them they needed to stop doing that. They refused to listen. He's like, I just ignored it. He's like, when we sell product, we open the case, we put it on the shelf, the whole case goes on the shelf. We don't show the customers the boxes. We don't let them hold them. We just have them call out which number in order they want. So it sounds like this is a known thing, not a new thing. I don't know that you go on record saying it, but it's not necessarily a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, I had heard that back a while ago. See, that I've been out of the loop because I wasn't opening much Panini products. I wasn't opening football or basketball. But when COVID hit and it was hard to find stuff, one of my friends mentioned that to me about Panini basketball. He's like, hey, when you're in the hobby shop, check out these serial numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't have, I didn't really believe in it, but I believe in it now. I actually do believe in it.
I believe in it now to some products, not all products, but some products. And think about it this way. Let's say, for example, this is all manual, and it's people filling up a case of 6, Crown Royale or 12 or whatever goes in a case, right? They know they have a pile here of like the everything else pile, and then they got the pile of the case hits. They got to make sure they put one in that pile. They have to. That's part of the case hit, right? I don't think it's automated. I think it's manual, and there's a lot of human interaction. Somebody needs to oversee it. Maybe they need to disguise it a little more, but it certainly is not, in my opinion, a surprise that in a manual process of putting boxes in a case, that is some way of making sure that quality control puts the hit in the case. And it is ridiculous.
Man, the more stuff that is coming out, the crazier this is getting. We got the Basketball Jones song. Ooh, Basketball Jones. I am not a singer. Sorry.
We don't need to spend a ton of time on that topic of whether there's hits are being tipped off with serial numbers or not. But anything else that you had topic wise? Because I have chance to beat you in a Bowman Mega.
We first of all, are any of us going to pull a color? That's the hard part.
Idea.
That's
my
the first thing.
Expectations are so low. I really wish we'd be opening update. I really.
I tell you what, John.
Yeah.
The next time I'm out this week, I'm gonna buy a couple blasters against my will to keep them for the next couple shows.
Of update.
Update,
we should definitely do that. So.
All right, buddy. Let's rip away. Here we go.
I don't think there was any other topics that we had. I should have brought my knife down here. I didn't have it with me. All right.
I don't think so either. I just want to give a shout out to JNY Cards with a little dono, $1.99. Thanks for the support, buddy. I selfishly today promoted my channel for the first time, like actively, like, hey man, check out the channel, subscribe. I'm like consciously trying to get 5,000 subscribers. But hey, while you're in here, before we open these,
yep,
go to John's channel, ERB Sports. I put the link at the top of the chat. We're not going to open these packs.
No,
we're going Mojos, baby. John, I don't know, man. Every time I feel these, I think this one might have a hit.
I think
this is a little educational warning to our viewers and who people are watching. Never buy these Bowman Mega Packs as individuals. Buy the boxes. Don't buy the packs individually. Here we go. If I have a hit, I'm going to save it.
Why couldn't that be Jackson Churio? I got 4 firsts in that pack.
Luka Trush first. Trey Sweeney first. Reed Detmer's rookie debut. Guzman first and Verdugo first. So I did the same thing. This is why this product is so good. 4 first Bowman Mojos in 1 pack, and John did too. So far my Sweeney base is the best one. Who were your 4 first again?
There was let's see here. Rafaela, Aguilar, Verdugo, and Jaraba.
I don't know who's the best out of those 4, to be honest with you. All right, I'm going to my second pack, buddy. And it does. Maybe it doesn't. It does have a hit. It does have a hit. We got a Bobby Witt on the front.
Well, I know the top card I'm going to go with. So we'll see what you have and see if I beat you.
Here's the Jaraba. At least it's a PC card. PC card green out of 99. Quintero, baby.
Quintero?
It's a hit. Did you have a hit?
No.
You, come on.
I have my best card is in Oswaldo Cabrera.
You know, that's an interesting take. I wonder if that Cabrera is more valuable than this card right now. I don't know. I bet you they'd be similar value, but I'd rather have the green, obviously, as a cubby for
If I
long term.
put one card forward, I think the Oswaldo Cabrera is my best card.
That Oswaldo is probably $7 to $10. But I don't know. Let the chat decide.
Oh, you said
Quintero-
Rafaela is a stud. Who is that? Sidon Rafaela?
John take it down, or does
Sidane?
take it down?
Whatever that guy's name is. Carlos Aguilar, Luis Verdugo. You know, if I'd have got a Chorio, I would have won.
Yeah. You know, and here's again, for some reason, the Adley and the Bobby Witt have the hit in it. It's so weird.
You know,
Just seems to be the way.
it's funny because I also had an Adley.
And you didn't have a hit, huh?
And I did not have a hit. And I had our other friend, Piguero.
Wow.
And I didn't have a hit.
That's weird.
Unless it's like something on the back and like, you know, it's so hard to discern, but yeah, I don't think so. But
The Bowman Mega strikes again.
there we go. That was I gotta find a better product to turn my luck against Brett.
That Bowman Mega that I had right there was one of the ones that I picked up in that buy. He had a couple of these, and I specifically put those 2 in the front, and I labeled them that I bought it from him. So that was one of the ones I bought from him. Nice. I like it when a plan comes together.
That was
PC
good.
card. Now you need to sulk like Stryker did at the update hanger opening.
Yeah, you know, a lot of times when I do my openings, I pre-record them and then post them like same day or next day. If I'm going to open a lot of that, I'd love to go live. I just don't have a ton of subscribers. So I just feel like if I went live, I'd have like 5 people watching, not like 50 like you do or 100. I wouldn't have many people. But, you know, you got to start somewhere. So oh yeah, you know what? I probably could have beat you with Logo Fractor. I got like 10 boxes upstairs.
Oh man, I'd like to open some more of that
I could beat you with Prism Basketball. I have had Prism Basketball. I've had I've got like 14 hanger packs upstairs, probably 4 mega boxes, and like some of the Fanatics exclusive blasters.
Man, I would like to open more Logo Fractor. That's for sure. That stuff is so good. I liked the carddeal.com's comment there too. He said, "We'll never have a better product than 2022 Bowman." Dude,
it's, you know, as crazy as it is, I had no hits, right? but of firsts only, I have 6. 6 first mojos in one box. That's like unheard of.
I mean,
I've seen
you
as high
put
as
those.
but
That's
still.
why you put them. You put your stuff in a box. I think today's the perfect example. I pulled those Christian Javier autos. Those hits last year were sponsored by Hefty. It's a pitcher. I don't believe in Christian Javier's value is going to continue to hold long term. And I put him in a box, let him sit there, and the minute he throws a no hitter in a World Series combined no hitter, you pull him out and you extract some of the money that you put back in.
Yeah, you have to. You have
That's
to.
what Bowman. That's what Bowman is like. That's what Bowman Mega is like. You sleeve them up, put some away. Maybe you grade some. I'll PC this card. This card's going to go on my PC, and then you extract some money at a later date when somebody gets called to the major leagues. You know,
Got to have it at you got to have it right there, ready to go. You got to strike right when it's hot. You definitely did that with Javier. I should be selling my De'Aaron Fox cards right now if that were the case, because he just hit a game winner. Lord knows I probably have the second biggest De'Aaron Fox card collection of anybody out there, because there's got to be one Kings fan that has more than me, or one Kentucky fan that has more than me. I sure do have a lot, though. If he ever becomes Steph Curry, I'm gonna retire.
I'll just go back to that one couple that started buying Patrick Mahomes rookie stuff, autos, parallels, rookie cards for cheap, and they just for a year and a half just bought his stuff nonstop. And then when the pandemic hit, they sold it for a couple $1 million and retired.
That's crazy.
It's amazing, isn't it?
That is crazy. I am itching to rip. Lucky Peter says he's itching to rip but I'm itching to rip Logo Fractor. I'm itching to rip Update. If I had any on hand right now, I would be ripping it tonight on my channel, and we would have done a box battle with that. So, Brett, you got any parting thoughts? You want to wrap this one up? I don't know. We're kind of rambling here, and want to let everybody enjoy the rest of their weekend. Have a great day watching football. Don't forget to set your clocks back. Get fall back tonight, I think. Unless you're outside the U.S., you already had it. So you get an extra hour of sleep. Enjoy that. He said go Phillies. I don't have a horse in that race, but I don't know if Phillies or Astros. I don't know. Probably go Phillies.
Astros are winning it.
I think the Astros are going to win it. So, yeah. Any other parting thoughts?
That's it. Tracker just came in to say what's up, everybody, and peace out.
All right. Well, I will
Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I'll let you take us out of here.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Peace. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.